Good morning. Oh my god, I almost slipped. I haven't put a lot of rocks down on the ground. It's, yeah, whatever. Good morning. Monday. Today I'm on my way to meet up with a friend to work on to work on an event that we have on Sunday. I'm actually one of the organizers of Helsinki Urban Yarn Fest. Organizing it together with my friend Jennu. She had the original idea, so she's the founder of it. And when she proposed to me, like when she told me the idea, I said like, oh, that sounds quite cool. If you need help, let me know. And she did, and we started doing this together from the ground up. Zero budget and everything. It has been quite a nice experience. I'm actually wearing one of her designs, Lanes of Hearts. It's a very nice soul, like a small soul, very cute. I think it's an excellent gift. And one of the hats that I made for Teemu, but Teemu doesn't wear it, so I actually do. It's quite nice because it doesn't smoothes up my hair that much, my fridge. So yeah, I'm on my way there to meet with her and work a little bit on the event, going downtown Helsinki. We managed to open our advent calendars today because we were both busy. Them was working and I was also working on some of my own stuff. Oh, it's quite cold. I think it's -10 with a feeling of -15, 16. Yeah, and I was wearing something else, but then I changed. But I'm very like warm on the top, not so warm on my bottom. Yeah, another white morning that we are having here. Hopefully it will snow some more and we get some more snow. I will try to check on with you during the day and see. Things that you can find in photos. Utterly exhausted. I pressed the wrong floor number. Yeah. And now one more floor. Such a long day. Yes. It has been a day. It has been a day and a half. I just realized that I have been out of the house for around 9 hours and I am ready to just sit down. But first I just want to come and talk a little bit about and catch up for the day. And one of the first things that I want to talk about is about these socks. And not only about like these socks, but the yarn coming like from these socks. I was kindly contacted by Kremke wool and Emma to if I would be okay if I wanted to be sent some yarn to test for them and to try out, which I was more than excited to do so. And didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to do anything in exchange, but yeah, I found such an excellent idea because I really like the yarn, and I even more liked it when I actually tried it out. These socks are made out of those three colors. It's their Edelweiss yarn. This, by the way, is not sponsored. Yes, might be like an ad because they did get sent over the yarn. But it is my 100% honest opinion about the yarn. It is the Edelweiss alpaca 6-ply yarn. It is let me just check. If I'm not mistaken, it's 65% virgin wool and 25% polyamide and 10% alpaca, which of course you can see, like, I don't know if you can actually see it, but could see like a little bit of like the hair. And I got them in these colors because by the time that I was connected, I had Christmas in my mind, and they didn't disappoint. Would you believe that I actually made both of them with only one skein? And actually for the pink and the red I used half, and for that one I even have even more. And they are DK weight. They are 125 meters per 50 gram, made in Italy, and I just super love it. They are super soft, not itchy at all, even like the alpaca or anything, and so warm. I never had like DK weight socks. And the other crazy thing that I want to tell you, would you believe that if I told you that I made these socks in basically 2 days? Yeah, I made one in like 24 hours and then another one in another 24 hours. It just went super fast. And now I want to make, from the old remaining that I have, I want to make a matching hat. Or I might even make more socks. I haven't decided yet. But that was only part of the yarn. I'm gonna show you in a little bit even more what I got, but those are like the ones that I have truly tried and wore, and I can say 100% that the yarn is amazing, soft, warm, dream-like to have to wear. I have worn it with shoes and I have worn it around the house. It just like, it is great, very nice. And I'm just super shocked on how fast DK yarn can go. And that's it. Thank you so much, Kremke wool, for sending me over the yarn. I really appreciate it, more than I can say. And I have more to sew like from them, but in a little while. Here is all the yarn that I got, or like more the rest of the yarn that I got from Kremke wool. They so kindly sent to me. This the color accuracy, I'll have to film up tomorrow. I'll show you more, because this is more of a pink. Yeah, this is going to be like these colors, all of those. It's gonna be for a crochet balaclava that I have, my granny hood balaclava. It's of my own design, and this one is going to be for, it's a sweater quantity, pullover quantity, and they are already like so soft, I can't even begin to say. This, the 140 has 140 meters per 50 grams, and the 110 has 110 meters per 50 grams, and it's one of the softest merino that I have ever like touched. And I'm not quite too sure, I haven't decided for which pattern or if I'm gonna be making my own. I kind of had this idea that I want to do the pullover that Kevin wears in Home Alone 1, the white one that has different patterns, but might be a little bit more of work, so a little bit more than I can chew, so I will have to see. But I would love to do something like that, something with multi-patterny. So thank you once again, Kremke wool, for sending all this yarn, and I will try to sew tomorrow in with daylight to see the colors like better, because right now I'm not doing it any justice. The other thing that I want to say also is I want to show the update on my skirt. Last time that you saw me, I still was contemplating on what to do, but right now I have finished all like the increases and everything, and I am on the, where am I? I am on the ruffle part, like the flare, however you call it. I did a lateral breech not bridge, braid, my brain is fried. I did a lateral. I want to show you more close up the lateral braid and these like gaps that I talked about, that they're here. And if I was not sure if I like them, but then my friend Janu had me convinced like to like them. I think I could put here like a satin ribbon or something else. So I see potential, and the skirt is almost done. Braid, and then uh, the the way that I increased was like knit front from the front and the back of the loop, which has created a little bit of like a gap in between. But I discussed it with my friend Jannu, and she told me that, you know, there's kind of like a design effect on this, and I started looking at it with another eye. Because at the moment I thought that maybe I didn't like it, but when she said that, I started thinking about it. Even if I don't like it, I think I can still like go and do something, I think, about it. And I have even thought that I could put a satin ribbon around it, and I can have like some cute bow there. So endless possibilities. Really, I love it. I think I might be. Let me check. I think I might keep running out of space for my phone, so it cut off at some point. I was measuring how much out here. I have around 5.5 centimeters, and my original plan was to do 6 centimeters, but now I'm like, oh, should I do 7? Should I go for 10? I feel like maybe 10 is gonna be too much, so maybe I should go for 7. And yeah, and then I want to do a 2-stitch, like, yeah, 2-stitch I-cord. Ooh, it is a pain to even go for the 7, because here we have 324 stitches. So rows don't exactly go fast, but that's fine. The whole project didn't take like that long. And I jingle with all my stitch markers, but I will be actually removing them. I just need to make some notes, and that will be that. So I think by tomorrow I'm actually be finishing it. I'm very excited about it. At least now the ball, it stops resembling a football, and it's like a more of a ball of yarn, and the goal was to use as much as possible. So I do have the yarn to do like an extra 2 centimeters of a flare, and the I-cord I'm trying to use as much as possible, because I don't have any other use for this yarn, and I cannot reach gauge for a hat that I want to do, the city biker hat by Milena Paulina. Yeah, by the way, I don't have like a pattern for this. I just swatched and had my own measurements and basically winging it. Yeah, I think it will turn out quite nice. Now I would like to talk. I know this is mostly a knitting podcast, Vlogmas, anything. But I want to talk about a book, and maybe before I talk about a book that I just finished, I can talk about my sweater. I have talked about it before as well. This is the Ruka pullover by Sari Nordlund. I tested this for her last year, and I think it's one of my favorite pullovers to wear. And it's especially good for the temperatures that we're currently experiencing in Finland. It is currently -10 with a feeling of -16, -17. It is freaking cold. I was just outside like 1 hour ago, so catching public transportation. I froze my little bottom, and I was like, I want to go home. It's so cold. But I managed. So it's my favorite. It's made out of Letlopi, and I have finally cracked the code on how I can wear Letlopi. I usually wear like a thin t-shirt underneath, and creates like a very nice isolation when I put on top this pullover, and you just don't feel any cold
whatsoever. Okay, now we're gonna go over to the section of book talk. And this year I had a goal of reading 52 books for the year, which is basically one book every week. I have surpassed it. I am currently in 62 books, and that was the 62nd book. I started the Plated Prisoner series. It's by Raven Kennedy, and the first book is called Guild. It is the story of King Midas, and if you are, or Midas is in Greek, and if you are not familiar with Greek mythology, Midas was the king that whatever he touched became gold. And this is basically the retelling of that story from another perspective with twists. Yeah, like King Midas rescues like a girl from the streets and gave her food and then turned her into solid gold. And their relationship is a little bit weird. This I couldn't say that it's young adult. I could say it's pretty much for adult because they even have a warning saying that this series will contain explicit content and dark elements that may be triggering to some. It will include explicit romance, mature language, violence, no consensual sex, emotional manipulation. It is not intended for anyone under 18 years of age. This book one in a series. So I have mixed feelings, really mixed feelings for this one. I think I just pushed myself on getting going without saying that I didn't enjoy it, because I was waiting for it to go somewhere, but it was not going somewhere. So I was like, okay, next page or next chapter, maybe it goes somewhere. I don't even know if you understand what I'm saying, but this was one of those books. So now I basically have the whole series for the library. Thank you, Helsinki region libraries. You are great. I love you. Because I did a mistake and I requested the 4th book, but at the time I didn't know it was the 4th book. So, and then when the 4th book came and I realized that was actually the 4th, and I was like, oh, I messed up. I need to read 3 more books before I get to that. So I quickly went back to the library, reserved them, and they came in. So now I'm on the 2nd one, 30 pages in. I nicely read it on my way to my friend Jennu's place. So it was like a nice metro ride. So I was reading that. I'm not sure if the 2nd one is gonna go somewhere, but this is why I'm keep reading, because I'm trying to see if it's going. I think reviews are quite divided. People on TikTok, apparently it says even here, the dark fantasy TikTok sensation that sold 500,000 copies, like, okay. So either you love it or you hate it. So I'm neither of those. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't exactly super like it. I don't exactly super hate it, like to stop it. It's not my Fourth Wing, it's not my Akotar, it's not Throne of Glass, my Roman Empire, and definitely it's not Crescent City. So, but I think it will nicely fill up the time. If you have any Christmas books that you would recommend, please leave them down in the comments below. I think I will start reading those. I have one from last year that I didn't manage to read, and Books and Buyo, who I super love on Instagram. She has very nice Christmas recommendations, so I think I should take a look also to that. I will try to leave like a link below if I can, or at least I will put the name of the person up. She's great. I love her. She also does Memes Monday, and I just die of laughter for half of them, or chuckle. It's like super funny. If you have like not having a very good Monday, it's one of the things like to watch. I'm pretty exhausted. I think now I will invite them to open up our Christmas calendars if he's not playing a video game. And after that we're gonna be going to sleep. I will read more of the other book. The other book that I'm reading is actually very good. It's The Silence of the Girls, and that I would recommend. It's once again Greek mythology, but it's from the Trojan women that got captured by the Greeks. It's the telling of their side of the story. Okay, this turned more book talk than meeting talk, but I hope you don't mind. Yeah, don't have any plans for tomorrow, other than just like some work stuff. And let's see what tomorrow brings. I hope that I managed to do the tree. Finally, the tree needs to get some decorations, even though I kind of like it bare. Yeah, okay. Thank you for tagging along all those past 3-4 days, and I hope you like it. If you want something more to see, please make sure that you leave it down in the comments or over on my Instagram. We're more than happy to show stuff that you actually want to see, other than me just rambling here for the books that I'm not quite sure if I like or not. So I will see you in the next one. Bye!